And we're back to learning Gimp in the year, day 84. Let me show the baseline and kerning. These are the last two options of the basic text tool. Find it right here or under tools. I've already shown you. When we left click on the canvas, you can type something in, and we went over the font family, font style, size, the forced font styles below using bold, italic, strike through, underline, and the color, but I haven't yet talked about these two fields right there where you can type a numerical value in. The first one is for the baseline and the second one for the kerning. Let us go over the second one first. Kerning in simple terms, just the distance between the letters. So you can left click on your text, press Ctrl A to select them all and increase the size here. Or let me just select X and A, and you can see the kerning is only adjusted here, so the distance gets bigger there while it stays in position for the other letters. You can also go in a negative direction. Keep in mind, if you go too far, you're going to have overlaps, and sometimes you even want that. But in this specific case, also the E letter gets cut off. So usually you don't want to have a kerning for the first letter when you create overlaps, because in Gimp, that's going to cut the letter off where the bounding box ends. Once again, the default is 0. That's the kerning that's meant to be used for the specific font. Now let's go to the next field, which is the baseline. Once again, I select the text, I press Ctrl A. You can't really see it, but if I just select a single letter, for example the X, you can now see the baseline. So the baseline is the bottom line of the text where it's generated. The default here once again is 0. That's where the text should be used. So the person who designed that font has determined a specific baseline. But for example, you want to change that for superscript and subscript. Here, for example, H to O, you can simply drag the number 2 a little bit down using this function. And these are the baseline and kerning options in Gimp. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.